Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar today, which is for MESH TCSI reporting for VSL. My name is Zai Randive. I am Compliance and Integration Consultant at MESH Group, and today I am going to walk you through with this MESH TCSI reporting feature that you can use to report your VSL data from your MESH platform. Also, I am going to walk you through with the process that you will need to complete before you start using this reporting feature from your MESH platform. So in today's webinar, I am going to cover several topics such as TCSI and PRODA configuration setup. So this is the configuration setup that you will need to do before you start using this feature so that your TCSI integration module will get configured on your MESH platform. After that, I will also give you a brief on TCSI transition and data migration process that you will need to complete. And then I will walk you through with the data that you will need to record on your MESH platform before you start reporting your data to TCSI. So when I say data, that means course information, course subject information, student TCSI information, and student fee help information. At the end of this session, I will also walk you through with the simple steps that you will need to follow to report your data using this TCSI feature on MESH platform. Also during the session, if you are having any questions, please feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A or Zoom chat box. After the session, I will compile answers to all of your questions and will share that with you along with this PPT. So before we start with the technical brief on this feature, as we all know, TCSI, that stands for Transforming the Collection of Student Information, is the joint venture between Department of Education Skills and Employment and Department of Human Services. It is going to replace HEPCAT and CART for universities. This TCSI feature is going to provide several benefits to providers as well as students. So when we consider about provider, benefits will be their experience will become seamless as there will be less duplication as well as data availability will get improved. For students, their DHS claim process will become simple. Also their payment accuracy will get improved, and also we can process their a payment process can be maintained through the completion of their studies, which is one of the main benefit of this TCSI. Now, MESH Group was actively working on its TCSI integration since last year to make this feature available to all of its valuable clients so they can use it for their TCSI reporting. And now I would like to let you know that MESH Group is all ready and set to go to deliver this TCSI feature to all of its clients. So to get this feature configured on your platform, first step you need to do is to start with the configuration setup. So for configuration setup, you will need to make sure that under your on your platform, which is MESH platform, under your configuration and setup, you are providing correct VSL credentials. So when I say VSL credentials, that means organization ID, VSL username and password. These credentials we are also using to generate the JSON number from your MESH platform. So this is the first step for your configuration setup. Next is PRODA configuration setup. So PRODA, that is Provider Digital Access, is the authentication method which we are using for the TCSI. Now to set up your PRODA configuration, there are several steps involved in it. First, you will need to create your PRODA account. Once you create your PRODA account, you will need to register your organization in PRODA. Once registration is done, you will need to link several services that you are going to use with your organization. So one of the main service over here is TCSI service because you are going to use your PRODA for your TCSI reporting. Now after that, you will need to register your B2B device, which is business to business device. We also call it as software instance. When you do registration for this B2B device, you will receive 3 credentials, which is device name, PRODA RA, which is organization ID, and then there is device activation code. These three credentials you will need to use to set up your product on your Mesh platform. So on your Mesh platform, you will need to go to TCSI service. So this module will get enabled once you have requested to get this feature enabled on your platform. So then you can go to your home page and then go to TCSI Managed Services. Once you click on that tile, you will get your TCSI page open. On that page, you will need to click on Configure Product. Under Configure Product, you will get all these three fields, which is product device name, product organization ID, and product OTP. Product OTP is nothing but device activation code. Once you provide all these details over here, you will need to click on Save and then Activate. Now here, one point to make a note of is your device activation code. So this device activation code, once you are created, it is remain active for the 7 days. So within those 7 days, you will need to make this credential available on your Mesh platform. That means you need to record this credential on your Mesh platform under your product configuration, and then you will also need to activate them. If you pass this date range, that is that validity period of 7 days, that is also not a problem. You can again recreate a device activation code, and then you just need to follow the same steps. Now this is all about your TCSI and product configuration. So these two steps will help you to configure your TCSI integration on your Mesh platform. After that, next is TCSI transition and data migration. So these are one of the two main steps in your TCSI transition process. So to complete your TCSI transition, first thing you will need to do is you will need to complete your 2020 reporting through your HepCat. Once you complete this reporting through HepCat, you will need to request your TCSI extract from the TCSI support team. You can only request this data after completing your HepCat reporting, 2020 reporting through HepCat. When you are requesting this data to TCSI support team, please make sure you are requesting that data in JSON format. Once you receive this data, you can share that data with Mesh group, and we will use this data for the data migration. Also, you will need to attend all the TCSI webinars that TCSI team is currently hosting for the onboarding process. Now let's talk about more on data migration. So data migration will be conducted as a separate project on Mesh platform, as there are several steps involved in it. So steps such as we are going to pre-process your JSON data, then we will import the data and link it with the student records. Once linking is done, we will run few checks to verify the accuracy of data, and if there are any issues, we will fix those issues for you. Then at the end, we will provide you with the detailed data migration report for your reference. As you can see, there are several steps involved in this data migration process. It would be really good if you can provide us with this TCSI JSON extract as soon as possible. So it will give us time to process your data in expected timelines. Now about TCSI onboarding webinars. So currently, TCSI team is hosting 4 webinars. So these webinars are for the onboarding process. And for the success of your TCSI transition process, it is really critical that each provider should attend all of these webinars. You can register yourself for these webinars from tcsisupport.gov.in. I have already provided these links in this PPT. After this session, we are going to share this document with you. So you can simply go through these links and get yourself registered. Then there is another point to make note over here is 31st March is the last date to complete your TCSI transition. So you will need to make sure that you are completing your transition before 31st March 2021. Also, once you transition to TCSI, you will not be able to do your reporting through HepCat. Hence, it is necessary that you should complete all your 2020 reporting through HepCat and then transition to TCSI. Now this is all about TCSI transition and data migration. Now before we start with the process to do the reporting from Mesh platform using this TCSI module, I'll walk you through the data that you will need to record in the system before reporting. So first is course information. As you are going to use this module for VSL reporting, you will need to mark your courses as VSL. Once you mark your courses as VSL, you will also need to provide fee help related data for that course under course setup. Once you mark course as fee help, you can also see under course or list that courses have been flagged as VFH, wet fee help. Now next is subject information. So if you are using any subjects for the fee help courses, it is necessary that you should also provide discipline code for that subject. Along with this information, it is also necessary that you should provide fee help information for those subjects. Then next is student TCSI information. Now student TCSI information you can record under student profile page, and then you will need to go to TCSI VSL. Once you go on that page, you can see there are three main tabs over there: student information, student course information, and disability information. So student information tab will already have some values populated by default based on the values and that we have received during the application phase of that student. Once you provide remaining data under student information and click on add, you can see the JSON button will get visible over there. This feature you can use to generate JSON number for that student. But before using this feature, you will need to make sure that all student basic information is provided, as well as your VSL login information have been provided under your admin configuration setup. Now next is student course information. Here in this tab you can add student course information which is related to VSL. Now student fee help information you can add under subject enrollment. So there can be census date, which is one of the important data, as well as loan fee related details. You can provide it over here. So this is all about data that you will need to record before you start reporting from the Mesh platform using this API. Now let's see what will be the steps that you need to follow to do your reporting from Mesh platform using this TCSI module. So first you will need to go to TCSI Managed Services under your home page. Then you can see the TCSI reporting page. So there are several filters on this page. First is reporting type, then submission type, status, reporting year, and reporting period. So reporting type should be VSL. About submission type and status, I'll give you more details in the next slide. You can either provide reporting year or you can also provide reporting period. Then let's see about submission type and status. So submission type, these are nothing but the packets that we report to TCSI. So for VSL, there are total 5 packets: course, campus, student, course admission, and unit enrollment. It is also necessary that you should report these packets in a sequence. That is, you will need to report course first, then campus, then student, and then course admission, and then unit enrollment. You cannot report campus before reporting a course. Now about the status. So there are 3 types of status: processed, not processed, and all. Processed means data that has already been reported to TCSI. Not processed is data that is not yet reported to TCSI. Once you click on view data, you will get to see the data based on your filters. As well as on the screen, the second last column, which is action. Under action, you will get to see multiple icons over there. Currently we can see over there is green tick button. So let's see about these icons more. So green tick button will be available for the data if that data is not reported to TCSI. And by clicking on this button, you can report that individual data to TCSI. Once data is reported successfully, this green tick button will get replaced by the red X button. Now this button you can use to delete the data which is reported to TCSI. So you can actually delete data from TCSI platform from your Mesh platform. Now there is blue icon which is you can use to see the details of data that has been retrieved from TCSI. The second last icon is two rounds arrows. This icon you can use to sync your updates with the TCSI platform. That means if you have reported any particular data, after reporting that data, you did some changes on Mesh platform to that data. For example, in student details. Now you would like to change to sync those modifications to TCSI platform. So for such modified data, you will get to see this second last icon, and once you click on that, that modification will also get synced with TCSI platform. Last is numerical value. This is nothing but the reference number that we get from TCSI platform for each and every data. Now, you can also process your data in a bulk by selecting by either you can select all or you can select the particular data only that which you want to report, and then you can use the process selected button. Now let me give you a demo on one of our test platforms. So let me just share my other screen. Okay. So to start doing this reporting, first go to your home page. Let me start from there. Okay. From home page, you will need to go to TCSI Managed Services. And then here there is an icon for configure PRODA. Here you can configure your PRODA configuration, and then from report home you can actually do your reporting. So first reporting type should be VSL, and then here you can select multiple packets that you would like to report. And then let me add reporting period as 2020 to 2021. And then so once I select view data, based on this filter, data will get appear on the below grid. So now let me start doing the reporting. So first I'm going to report this course packet. Once this course has been successfully reported, I will get to see the message in green as the response, and these are the action icons. So now as data is successfully reported, that green button got replaced with the red X icon. If I click on this, it will delete this data from TCSI platform. I can again report it. This is nothing but the reference number which we receive for this data from TCSI platform. And now this icon will give us details of the data that has been reported to TCSI platform. So now as I have already reported course packet, let's report campus. I'll follow the same process. For campus, we have not provided a checkbox and processed data in a bulk, because TCSI, there is a limitation for campus as they are not processing data in a bulk for the campus. Now for student. So now this time let me report data in a bulk. So I'm selecting all students and then click on process. So sometimes there are chances that you might also get errors while doing the reporting. So I'll also show you how you can correct your errors. So the data which has been processed successfully, for them I have received this green message. But for the second data, there is an error in this data. Hence this data is not reported. So the error you can see by clicking on these details. Now here, if you are getting message in the yellow, that means it is warning, and the error which is error get displayed in the red font. It is necessary that you should correct errors for doing the reporting. So now from the error I can see that the year left school is before the date of birth. So I need to change the data for the date of year left school. So let me show you that data. I'll get the student ID. Let me duplicate this page. Now I'll go to student. So this year left school, this field is under student TCSI information. So I'll go to student page first. Then TCSI information for that student. And under student information, this is the where we record year left school. So here now we can see the year left school is 1965, which is before the date of birth of this student. So if you would like to see the date of birth, let me show you that as well. So DOB is 1997. So year left school cannot be before this date, and hence we are receiving that error. So I'll need to fix that. For now, I'll just keep it as 2012 and then update. Now let me go back to our TCSI page again. I'll just refresh the page. Now I have updated this data. Now I will try to repush that data again. So this time, as I have corrected that error, it got reported successfully. Now as our student packet is reported successfully, next step is to report course admission. For course admission also I am going to use to process data in a bulk. That is good, everything got reported successfully. Now last is unit enrollment. There are more chances that in unit enrollment you will receive most of the errors, and you can follow the same process to correct the errors. So let me process this data. Okay. Now here I've received error for the last record. So let's see what that error is. So error is with loan fee, which is incorrect, and help loan amount. So this information is student fee help information, and we store it under the subject enrollment. So let me go to the subject enrollment for this student. First I'll go to student. And then result. Now you can also check for the subject. So we are already displaying unit codes over here. You can check for that unit code as well. So here. So in this subject we are having this issue. So I'll go to that subject. Now here the error is with loan fee amount. So now we have recorded student status code as 501, which is paid full tuition fee. But in the upfront amount, the recorded amount is 0, which is incorrect, as student has paid in a full. So I need to update that to 500. I'll save this record and then we'll go back to page again, refresh page. Then I will try to push this data. Let's see if this time it got reported successfully. So this is how you correct your errors and do your reporting. Enrollment packet is the last packet. Once you report this enrollment packet, this completes your reporting to TCSI. Now let me go back to our slides. So this is how you do your reporting by using this TCSI module on Mesh platform. Now if you would like to get this module available on your platform, you can send us inquiry on inquiries@meshgroup.com.au. Also, if you are having any other questions, you can simply drop question over there. I can see there are several questions I have received in this Q&A session. I'll compile answers for all these questions and will share that with you after this session. And I hope after this webinar, it will help you to outline your plan towards your TCSI transition. So thank you all for your participation today. After this session, we'll share you this recording as well as this PPT along with your answers to your questions. Thank you everyone. Have a great day.